Page 2 of the purchase contract, paragraph G, verification of down payment and closing costs. A buyer has 7 days to provide in writing proof of funds of his down payment and his closing costs. However, in today's marketplace, listing agents want proof of those funds to be delivered along with the purchase agreement. So you want to make sure that you've had your buyer meet with a lender well in advance of making any offers so that you'll have a very strong offer when you go to present it to the listing agent, which will include proof of funds and a pre-approval letter from the lender. Because even though paragraph H does allow for the buyer to make a loan application 7 days after acceptance of the offer, most listing agents want to know that your buyer has already taken these steps. H2, the loan is a contingency of the offer, and so the buyer is given 17 days to get his loan approved. And if he cannot get a loan approval during that time frame, he can cancel the offer and get his deposit back. As it states in paragraph 3, within 17 days after acceptance, buyer shall deliver in writing loan contingency removal or cancel the agreement. Now, paragraph 4, you never want to check that no loan contingency unless, of course, you're writing a cash offer. You always want to protect your buyer to have an out. The appraisal is always a contingency unless you check that it's not a contingency. So make sure that you leave that box blank so that the appraisal, no buyer wants to pay more for a property than it's actually worth, so you want to protect him there. If it's an all cash offer, don't forget to check this box in paragraph J. And the buyer does have 7 days to provide proof of funds, but most listing agents want that proof when the offer is presented. Buyer stated financing. Seller is relying that the buyer is representing that he already has a loan in place and that he's already been pre-approved, he's done all of his homework and gotten his financing in line. If the buyer starts to seek alternative financing, the seller has no obligation to continue with this offer. He can cancel. And if the buyer doesn't get new financing, better financing, maybe he's shopping the rate, he is not excused from his obligation to purchase this property. So we're going to continue with allocation of costs.